Hello, welcome back to Journey to Nailed. In this video, I'm going to show you how to apply tips to your nail trainer as well as the 3-ball acrylic method. I am using the nails that came with my nail trainer. They came in 2 different sizes. I typically put the biggest size on the thumb and then the smaller size I put on the rest of the fingers. Once you are done applying the nails, you want to then clip the nails down to the desired length, the same way you would as if you were working on a client. And then once you're done clipping the nails down, then you want to take your nail file and you want to remove the shine from all of the nails. I used a 100 to 180 nail file to remove the shine from my nails. Now you're going to see that I'm pulling out my nail tips. I'm going to sort through the tips. I'm going to grab the biggest sizes because I know I won't need any of the smaller sizes for my nail trainer. So I believe I grabbed size 0, 1, 2, 3, and I may have grabbed 4 as well. When picking your tips, you want to make sure that the tip fits perfectly from sidewall to sidewall. So as you can see, I first had number 0. That was way too big. So then I grabbed number 1. Number 1 wasn't as big as 0, but it still was too big. So then I'm going to grab number 2. When I grab number 2, you're going to see that I pick it up and place it a couple more times, because if you have to force the nail down, it means it's too small. Even though it does fit better than the other ones, if you have to force it, it's not gonna stick and it's gonna pop up right off the nail. So because number 2, I had to force it down for it to fit from sidewall to sidewall, I'm gonna go back to number 1. I went number 1. Since it is still a little bit too big, I am just gonna file it down. As you can see, that's what I'm doing right now. Sorry, I had to add a camera view. So I'm gonna file the size down a little bit, place it back, see if it fits better, and then I'm gonna file it again. And then once I get it filed to the right length that I want it to be, I am then going to put some glue on the tip and then glue it down. The glue that I used is a dollar store glue. It's LA Colors. The glue did take a little longer, but hey, you get what you buy. So I'm just lightly pressing pressure on the nail, trying to get the glue to stick. Like I said, it was a dollar store glue, so it did take a little while for the tip to adhere to the nail bed. But like I said before, you get what you pay for. And then you want to just repeat the steps for the rest of the nails. So like I said, if one is too big and one is too small, you want to always go with the bigger one and file it down to the desired length that you need so it fits from sidewall to sidewall. And you want to do the same thing when you are working with a client. The same steps we're doing with this nail trainer, you do it with your client. If you have a client and one nail's too big, one nail's too small, you want to make sure that you go with the big one, because the small one is just going to pop right off. This right here is the perfect example of making sure you're focused on what you're doing. I was so busy watching TV that I forgot to file the nail down before I glued it to the nail bed. So I just went back in and filed it to make it fit. Now that I am done applying the nail tips to the nail trainer, I'm going to go in with a tip cutter and cut the tips down to the desired length that I would like. Now that I have cut down the tips, I'm going to go in with that same file that I used earlier, the 100 to the 180 grit file. I'm going to file my side walls to make them symmetrical, as well as my free edge. I'm going to file those to the desired shape that I want. I'm going for a tapered square in this set. And once I'm done with that filing, I'm going to file where the nail bed and the nail tip meet. You want to make it flush with the nail. As you can see, I'm rubbing my thumb across it to make sure it's flushed. If it isn't flush, I go back in and try to file it down again. You only want to file where the nail bed and the nail tip meet. You do not want to file the whole nail bed because we already filed the nail bed previously. We are going to complete those same steps throughout the rest of the nails, remembering to file the side wall, the free edge, and then where the nail tip and your nail bed meet, you want to file that to make it flush. For my acrylic application, I'm going to be using the Mia Secret Natural Pink Acrylic Powder, as well as the Mia Secrets Monomer. The brush I'm going to be using is a number 8 alpha brush. Now, because the brush is a number 8 brush, it's going to take us more than 3 balls to complete our full acrylic application, but technically we are using the 3 ball method. So I'm going to place my first bead right where the tip and the nail bed meet. We're going to lightly pat it and then lightly feather it down the rest of the nail, remembering to always wipe our side walls and try to get as even application as acrylic as possible. Our second bead, we're going to place a little bit under that. The same thing, we're going to pat it down to level it out and then feather it down the rest of the nail. Our third bead, we're going to place closer to the cuticle. Now with this bead, you want to make sure that once you place that bead, same thing, pat it down, lightly feather it. But since we're closer to the cuticle, now you need to clean up your cuticle area. Make sure there's no excess acrylic on the cuticle. You can't really see me clean the cuticle because my hand is in the way. So sorry. But you will see the acrylic has moved once my hand is out of the view of the camera. And then, so I'm done with my 3 balls, but my tip is still very thin. So I'm going to add another bead to my tip to thicken it out. Remember, even when you're using the 3-ball method, if you need to use more than 3 balls, that's totally fine. Use however many balls you need to get your acrylic application as even as possible. I missed a spot on both sides of the nails, so you're going to see me go in with a small little bead, pat it down, and then feather it out on both sides. By far, my acrylic application is not perfect at all, but hey, that's why we're here. I'm a beginner, you're a beginner. Welcome to Journey to Nailed, and let's take this journey together. So once I'm done with the thumb, I'm going to complete these same steps throughout the rest of the nails. I'm going to put my first bead where the nail tip and the nail bed meet. We're going to pat it and then lightly feather it down. Put the second bead below that one, pat it, lightly feather it down, and the third bead closest to the cuticle, pat it, lightly feather it down. As you do each step, you want to make sure to clean your side walls as well as your cuticle area. Take your time. It's a journey. It's going to be a journey and it's going to be a process, but practice makes perfect. I zoomed in on the middle finger to give you guys a closer look at the 3-ball method that I'm using. Some fingers is 4, some fingers is 5-ball method, but hey, you guys get the gist of it. So as you see, I'm placing that first bead right where the nail tip and the nail bed meet. We're gonna lightly pat it and then feather it down the rest of the nail. And remembering to wipe our side walls and clean up that free edge where we have any acrylic hanging on the free edge. Then we're going to grab that second bead, place it a little below that one, and the third bead we're going to grab and place it closer to the cuticle. And if we need a fourth one for the free edge or the nail tip, whatever you would like to call it, we'll place that bead there. hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any tips for beginners, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you.